Woodson for creating space in America to recognize Black history. But if Woodson were alive today, I believe he wouldn't be fighting for a single month. He'd be demanding full, permanent recognition of Black history as American history. Black History Month served a vital corrective. It forced classrooms, museums, and conversations to reckon with stories that were ignored. Over time, however, what began as a corrective has become a container neatly boxed into February, too often treated as an annual obligation rather than an ongoing responsibility. That containment limits rather than liberates truth. When an entire people's experience is compressed into a month, nuance is sacrificed, complexity is simplified, and the daily connections between Black history and American history are obscured. A century has passed since Woodson launched Negro History Week in 1926. A century marks a profound societal shift. It is a moment to reassess our institutions and habits. We should ask whether a symbolic month still serves justice, or whether it lets institutions dodge a deeper commitment. So I'm making a hard case. It is time to eliminate Black History Month, not to erase Black history, but to integrate it fully into every curriculum, every museum, and every public narrative all year long. That means teaching slavery, Reconstruction, Black innovation, resistance, culture, and contributions as core elements of American history, not elective or seasonal additions. Stick with me, because what follows explains the urgency we face now. This pressure to relegate or erase Black history is not accidental. It is deliberate. The modern form of Jim Crow can be summed up in one word: MAGA, a political force pushing policy and rhetoric that challenges museums, classrooms, and public records. The Trump administration's review of the Smithsonian and its labeling of the National Museum of African American History and Culture as divisive signaled a coordinated effort. More than 20 states have moved to restrict teaching about race and slavery, and leaders have threatened to defund schools that teach honest history. The consequences are concrete. Curriculum gaps for students, sanitized exhibits that omit struggle and resilience, and younger generations denied the context they need to understand themselves and their nation. This is why symbolism alone is insufficient. We cannot answer this moment with performative gestures or an annual month of attention. We need sustained, rigorous commitments, robust curricula, protected museums, community-led programs, and public funding that defends truth. Across the country, educators and organizers are already stepping up with truth-based curricula and community programs to fill the vacuum. Universities and museums are holding symposia marking Woodson's centennial to push the conversation forward. But institutions and citizens must press policymakers, demand year-round teaching, defend archives and museums, support community education, and hold leaders accountable when they attempt erasure. As Woodson modeled, resistance requires persistence. Black history must be taught, protected, and honored every day of the year. Anything less is surrender.